Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Body Badger, the one and only, because it's only Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Body Badger, the one and only, because it's only me. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the cozy corner. I make lifestyle, really that's what content I make, lifestyle content. You guys just follow me on my journey. I'm just being me. I'm your relatable bestie from now on, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. Guys, happy new year. We are literally 7 days into 2024 now, and it's just like, what the hell, like this week has actually flown by. I sat here thinking, okay, I do want to do a video, you know, coming into the new year. I don't want to just start dropping vlogs and just, you know, just dropping content, and I kind of want to introduce myself. Like, I really feel like I just really feel like I'm really starting YouTube from scratch, and you know, I'm trying to build a following and build a family on here. So I kind of wanted to start the cozy corner just to have something that is a staple, sit down, chit chat, we talk. I've realized I don't like doing chit chats because I've fallen into this belief that I have to keep talking about myself, but it's like I don't have to talk about myself. I have so much value to offer. I've got advice to give. I'm definitely someone that can be solving dilemmas, and I think right now us just entering this era, like I know everyone, every woman, every babe, and everybody is feeling this new era that we're in. There's a shift in the air right now where everyone is just on the grind. We're reinventing ourselves, becoming the woman that we want to be. I wouldn't want to call it a series. I don't want to say I'm doing something. I don't know. God willing, this new year I can commit to things and I can be, you know, on job with my channel and just, you know, give you guys a good amount of content. But I do want a recurring theme where we kind of discuss becoming her. When I'm giving advice, when I'm saying things, I want you guys to know that this is really just from my own experiences. I'm in that mindset as well, and I want to kind of share this journey with you guys. And I just know the feeling of, obviously it's a new year. It's a new year, it's 2024. It can be very overwhelming sitting in your room, wherever you are, on your phone. You're seeing so many TikToks of people, oh, these are how I set my goals and this is what I'm gonna do. You're seeing so many people talk about their accomplishments in the previous year, and you might be sitting down thinking, how does everyone seem to have their shit together? Like, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing with my life. You can literally be in your mid-20s and be thinking this way. You can be in your mid-30s, early 30s. I don't know the age range I have from 18 to 30 to 40 something watching my channel. So honestly speaking, you could be having a midlife crisis, a quarter life crisis, and this year might just not be feeling like the year. And I just want to be that person that you go to just check in. I want to be setting, you know, milestones and things that we're kind of all working towards, and I want to be your accountability partner. So whether you come to me for entertainment, whether you come to me because you're bored, you want to learn to do something like your makeup or your hair, I mean, that's where you find me on TikTok. But I want you to be able to come to my channel and have an accountability partner. So if it's like, okay, we said we're going to the gym this many times a week, my weekly vlogs should be showing that I'm going to the gym that many times a week. So you can also be like, you know what, I watched Body Badger this Sunday and she went to the gym 3 times a week. I also went to the gym 3 times a week. We're doing it. You know, we're in this together, and I want you to feel like we're in this together, because I know that feeling. I can't be starting this video without kind of reviewing how my previous year went. It's been a very interesting year for me. I haven't written down my goals, and everywhere I'm seeing is this goals, this planner, digital planning, this and that and this, and it's like, whoa, like, y'all calm down. The new year starts in February for me, and let me tell you something, that's why I'm your relatable bestie, because it's fine. Like, it's okay to not have, don't get me wrong, I just haven't written down my goals, but I know what I want for this year. It's very clear in my mind, and I'm gonna kind of discuss that with you guys, but in a way where we're talking about what we want. So I want you to watch this video and I want you to feel like this is us. Like, it's not just you. Like, I don't want anyone to feel like they're alone, and that's why I kind of want to do this whole cozy corner thing, because listen, babe, like, I've been there. In fact, hey, I've been there, and that's kind of why, before I move on to what I want to discuss, I think it's only right that I kind of review 2023 and kind of talk about how I found last year. And just, I can't even believe we're saying last year. Like, was it like last year? How was last year last year? It was last week. God. And I just know, like, before I blink, January's gonna be over and we're talking about Valentine's Day, and then before you blink, we're doing clothing hauls for spring. So what are my major accomplishments and highlights in 2023? So that very first question is just like, accomplishments. I think I have to leave that one because I don't know. I read the question, then I was like, what did I accomplish? Let me talk about the highlights. The highlights of 2023, I would say it's even the highlight of my life. It's my mum coming to the UK. Like, I grew up without her. And another highlight being this Christmas I just went by. This is literally our first Christmas with all of us together. If you guys go watch the Christmas vlog, you can definitely see the joy. You can see the good vibes in the air. Like, we were all just so happy. Like, it was just such a beautiful moment, and I just pray to God that many more of those moments can come. Maybe next time we were doing it in Dubai or Egypt or Bali or something. Big highlights. I call it a highlight because I could kind of call it an accomplishment that I left London. Do you know what I mean? I moved out of London. If you don't know, guys, I moved out of London. A bit more context just to give you very quickly, guys. Right off the back of university, went straight into house sharing. That was very difficult. I did that for a good couple, like a good literally 5 years, 5 years. And yeah, it really just messed me up mentally. Like, it's not even like as if, oh, like, I'm house sharing with friends. I'm literally, I first started off lodging. I didn't like it. So I moved out of there, and then I moved into a regular house share where each room there's tenants and there was no landlord living there. Because living with a landlord as well, guys, if you ever want to go into house sharing, I would definitely recommend don't live with a landlord. The landlord I had was amazing. He was, if God forbid the shit was to ever hit the fan, which it never will, he would be someone I'll be comfortable to be like, you still got that room? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was great, but when the cat's away, the mice will play. Like, but the cat was never away. Like, you live there. The landlord lives there. So if you ever want to go into house sharing, don't live where the landlord is, just because you're just always going to be like, oh, the landlord's here. But yeah, so moved into a place like that, but that room was way smaller. It was great location, but it was just, I couldn't maintain the space. Like, I lived in there, so that was just me up mentally. I really feel like by the end of 2022 I was at my wit's end. That at the start of 2023 I was like, whoa, I was spiraling out of control mentally. Guys, I have been depressed for years, literally for years, and I thought I had a condition. I never actually went to see anyone for it. I felt like I had chronic depression. Like, I was high functioning, I get on with my day, but at the same time there were times where I would just crash, and like my mental health, guys, I'm saying I took it all the way with my depression. There was a point where I just knew, like, if I don't leave this room, I don't know if 2024 was finna see your girl. Like, it was literally that bad. God just, I think this is the highlight, and this is what I'm saying. Is it an accomplishment? I lost my job and then I moved here. Is it an accomplishment that I moved here? I moved here because I lost my job and my mum came, so it was like, well, I might as well move here. So I guess I could say it's an accomplishment that I said, fuck it, I'll leave, because I could have just stayed there and just found a new job, because like I would have. I guess I could say that is an accomplishment. Yeah, I moved out, I left. All I can say is that God pulled me out of a very dark place. So I think the accomplishment, I've accomplished peace of mind. This year that's gone by, 2023, the moment I stepped foot in this house till now, I have not experienced a single ounce of depression. Can you share a personal or professional milestone that stands out from the past year? I actually grew on, I need to take the social media thing. I gotta take myself in. Like, I grew my TikTok to like 15k in, I think, the early stages of last year. I was stuck on like very few hundreds. I started to take it a bit more seriously. Keyword a bit, because I'm not even doing half as much the work I want to do. I started getting brand collaborations. I've joined an agency for TikTok. So you know what? Yes, that is something that I would say is a professional milestone for me, because social media is something that I've been doing for a long time. I've been doing it since I was in university. I think I started in second year, so literally January of second year. I've worked with like brands that I'm like, what? Like, excuse me, thank you. And it might seem small because it's TikTok and, you know, everyone goes viral, but it's not small, because there was a time where I couldn't imagine getting stuff through the post, and now my doorbell rings so frequently. I had my first paid collaboration that, you know, I've actually made a good amount of money from social media last year, so I'll say that is a professional milestone. A personal one, like I said, I think my mental health just becoming, I just think being zen, just being at peace, and just being able to develop a more positive mindset, and actually being in a position mentally to look ahead and plan the future. How did you overcome challenges or setbacks in 2023? I didn't. God did. That is me putting the onus on me having moved. I just picked myself up. I don't know how. I think it's my survival mode. Like, so that is how I overcome setbacks. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I don't have no like trick up my sleeve. There's no method to my madness. Yes, I'm in a position where I could just chill out, and if I do have a setback, I could just wallow in it. But I'm not 18 anymore. So yes, I'm living with my mum now. Yes, I do have that safety net that I've been craving. Just that position, like that bait for me to kind of like propel myself from and just shoot off and just go into what I want to go into. But I'm not 19, I'm not 20, I'm not 21, I'm not 22, I'm not 23, I'm not 24. Oh my my goodness, I'm 26 in 6 months, okay? Like, I need to get my shit together. I do have my moments where I'm sitting down and I'm wallowing and it's like, oh, woe is me, oh, my life is so shit. I haven't even had to say my life is so shit this year because my life is not shit in Jesus' name. I'm alive, I'm well, I'm grateful. And that is something that I can definitely say has also allowed me to overcome my setbacks in 2023. I had so much to be grateful for. If you're watching this video, because again, I did say I'm trying to talk to you, I know what it feels like to feel like, what am I grateful for? Practicing gratitude for the littlest thing. My boyfriend actually got me this journal. It's actually a journal to practice gratitude daily. The first good couple of pages is basically like a whole book of just, you know, the happiness hypothesis, ways to just better your mindset and what practicing gratitude can do to you, and your 6 reasons. Every single day you would write down what you're grateful for. I don't know if you guys can see that. You'll write down what you're grateful for. There's like a nice quote, there's a motivational section, and then yeah, you'll say your good deed today. And it just, like, these type of things allows you to sit down and think about every single little thing. Because let me tell you something, when we have issues, it's very easy to just let it encompass your whole being. Like, you will be enveloped in the problem. Like, you can literally sit down and think about all the biggest problems, and it just makes you feel like as if you're so small and everything is just so dark. I know the feeling. It's just like, oh, I'm never gonna get out of this, like, you know. And the thing is, sometimes it's not just mental, sometimes life actually life's in that way. Like, sometimes you're actually trying and it's just going left all the time. I've been there. You're trying and you're not even trying a little bit, you're fucking trying, and it's just going left, and it's gone left again and again and again. You gotta talk to God. I'm so sorry, I don't know what else to tell you. Talk to God. You gotta talk to God, and you need to practice gratitude every single day. Let me tell you how I started practicing gratitude. If I didn't have a car, I was driving a smart car, obviously a 4x4, like chill, like I wasn't driving a little 2-wheeler. But if I did not have this car, I would be out in the rain, in the cold, shivering. I still was in that room like, you know what, I'm not on the street. Like, and I thank God, like, I was still eating right. It might be cold one night and I'm like, damn, thank God that I have this duvet. Just the littlest things, because some people don't have a duvet, guys. There are people that they have to share. Guys, let me give you a bit of insight. Yeah, when I used to work in a school, there was a student, they had to share uniform with their siblings. So some days they'll come to school with that uniform because their siblings is wearing their uniform, and they'll like rotate. I thank God I had uniform. I thank God I have multiple pajamas that I can just change. You have to practice gratitude for the littlest of things. And even if you can't even think yet of flying out, maybe you're that person that I can't even fly out yet, well, guess what, you have the means of travel to and back from work. Okay, you don't have a job, okay, but you have the government paying you universal credits. Like, there's something you can say thank you for, because some people don't have that. Some people are just on the street, and even them that are on the street, they can thank God for being alive. There's always something to be thankful for. When you're given gratitude, you start to you kind of recalibrate your schema. You recalibrate your mind, your brain, to look at things from a positive standpoint. And that took me a lot of training. Guys, I went through a very, very pessimistic stage of my life. So stuff like this is not promo. They're not, I don't even know who owns this. I don't even know. Maybe I should make my own journal and sell it, because you're saying thank you for them. So you start to pay more attention to the good things. The more good things that are little become more in your face. So you start to see the bigger things, and the good things just outweigh the bad things. And the bad things, because you're happier, you're more motivated to just work on those bad things. Rather than sitting down and wallowing. Now you're in good spirits. So you know what? Yes, you don't have a job, but you're in better spirits. So you know what? You're gonna use this good spirit to put in the energy and sit down and apply for work while you watch your favorite show, rather than just being in your room, just being sad, smoking weed, drinking, eating away, stuff in your face. Did you set any goals for 2023, and how successful were you in achieving them? 2023, I actually said I was moving out. Like, I was moving out. I already had my plan. Be more prayerful as well. That was something I would say I definitely did more. Prayer doesn't have to be something crazy, guys. Like, it's not like, ah, yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Like, it's not always gonna be that. Some days you're just talking to God. Like, were there any trends or changes in your lifestyle choices in 2023? I'll be so real, since moving here, I would say I fell off. I didn't fall off, I just let myself go. Like, it's weird because I'm always someone that's still so on job, and I'm so like, I'm on job, I can't lie. Like, that's the thing, like when I take a step out of myself, I can big up myself. But when I talk about myself, by myself, from myself, as myself, I start to look for all the things I'm not doing right, and it's like, nah, like, I think I was gonna say I fell off because obviously I moved here, then I put on weight, like I put on a lot of weight. So I think that's your trend. My eating habits changed completely. I am losing the weight slowly. Like I've been doing little things just to, guys, the littlest of things. What did I eat just now? A bati or bono. So I'm still, get me, like I'm still enjoying. And something I can say is a trend that changed. I've started reading more. I actually got back into reading. I read 2 books last year, and I know that sounds ridiculous and it's quite embarrassing as someone who used to read so much. How the hell is it 2 books that I'm saying as accomplishment? That's really embarrassing. Guys, my Kindle has been under my bed everywhere I've gone, every house I've moved to. It just followed me. Feel under the bed, feel in the box, feel. I've just not been using it, but I just said, you know what, this year I do want to follow self-help fiction, self-help fiction, self-help fiction, that kind of pattern with reading. So that's a kind of a plan that I do have. This is actually the book that I'm going to be reading this year. Well, this start of the year. This is going to be my first fictional novel. It's quite gripping. It's a novel that digs its claws into you and doesn't let go. No one delivers an emotional read like Colleen Hoover. You'll be smiling through your tears. I am so excited to read this. I was going to start a little book review thing on here, but I don't know. I was like, do I need to do book reviews on YouTube? That's something I can say I've gotten back into, and I'm reading my self-help books on here. So right now I'm going to be reading the 12-week year because I do want to implement that in this year. This video is definitely seeming like it's a bit longer than it planned to be. Can you share one thing you've learned in 2023 that you'll carry forward into 2024? Focusing on yourself. Yes, I think 2023 showed me it's me by myself. It's me by myself. Like, it's actually just me. Yes, I've got friends. Yes, I've got family. Yes, I've got a loving boyfriend, but they're not me. They're not me. I'm not them. Things that affect me, they can only feel sorry for me. They can only empathize. They can only imagine what it's like. They can only be happy for me. They can only celebrate me. They will not experience it. It is me by myself. So I need to focus on myself. I need to make sure that I'm doing the best for myself. I need to work very hard for myself. I am my only competition. I am not in competition with anyone. It's just me, myself, and me. My competition is my shadow. My upward comparison is my future self. My competition is my previous self that might be trying to drag me back to her. I don't want to be her. I am looking ahead, and that is all I care about. Like, I am so tunnel vision right now with my life. Like, everyone that's in my life is meant to be there, and everyone that's not in my life is exactly where they need to be. Like, I am happy with my relationships in my life. I am happy with just the choices that I've made leading up to this moment. Like, everything is literally falling perfectly into place. And don't get me wrong, some things have felt like if only it didn't go that way. But if only it didn't go that way though, then I wouldn't be where I am. Certain things won't be happening. And you that you're watching this video, you need to also deep that. Like, you got to trust the process. And that's another thing. That is, in fact, that might be the biggest thing I learned last year. Trust the process. I will always know that what God has in store for me is 10 million gazillion times better than whatever I have planned for myself. So trust the process. You need to also sit down and look at your journey and just understand that, okay, but if this didn't happen, this good thing that's happened to me wouldn't have happened. The hurdles that you're tripping over is to prepare your knees for the bigger hurdles you're going to jump, but you will jump them. You will make it to where you want to get to. This is the year that you need to just deep. I can't keep sitting down blaming last year being shit, blaming previous experiences. You need to develop a high internal lotus of control. You need to look at your life like it's yours, grab it, hold on to it, shape it. Life is wet clay. You're shaping it. Yes, there are things poking at your little clay pot, but you're the one molding it. At the end of the day, you're the final artist. When the clay hardens, it's in your hand. When it's time to showcase the pottery and be like, I made this, you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, but while I was poking my thing, that's why there's a hole in it. Nobody gives a shit. And that's something I've learned as well. No one cares. The world doesn't give a shit. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't even know what it was like. I don't even know if I like it. If you're new here and you like this cozy corner and you want to stay, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys throw in the comments like one of your, don't get too personal if you don't want to, but what are your goals this year? What is the one thing that you really want to work on? I will hold you accountable if you write it in the comments. I'll come back in a couple of weeks. Are you doing this, by the way? Hi, how are you? Are you doing what you said you were doing? How's it going? It's a fresh start. It's a year of having control. But guys, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for your support over the years with this channel, lads. Like, honestly speaking, like, I also pray that this year I'm able to be somebody of value to you guys. I pray that in this cozy corner we can have multiple conversations that you guys would finish a video and watch and be like, damn, thank God I watched Bully Budget today, man. I needed that. Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Mwah.